I would request now Mr. Sudarshan Jain. So already said like doesn't need any kind of like introduction to please give say for 8 to 10 minutes the keynote inputs to us and inspire us and then let us know like what exactly is happening in the industry.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Atul, and thank you to Swadeep. When Swadeep says to me that I have to come, there is no way I can refuse, and it is a great opportunity to join here. My relationship with Swadeep goes for 10 years. So thank to Heal, Connect, as well as Express Pharma for this outstanding initiative. I've got great pleasure to get connected to Atul, who is a great friend over the years. We have got Dr. Buckley, Suresh, Karthik, I happen to meet for the first time here. But congratulations to all people who are part of the healthcare industry today, because we are making a real difference. And as Prime Minister said, that healthcare industry, pharma industry is not only a threat to India, it is to the world. And this is the real time when we have proven what this industry can do to the world. So I will say that COVID is the greatest humanitarian challenge which has occurred. It is ultimate uncertainty. It has impacted 28 million people around the world, and there are 800 people who have died because of COVID. It started from Wuhan, traveled to Europe, traveled to US, traveled to India, and now it is part of 200 countries around the world. It is classic VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And I will connote that there are three S which are important. Science of COVID. At this moment, we don't fully understand this virus. This virus is a cunning virus. This virus is a very uncertain virus. Although there are many theories of this virus, but still we have to understand this virus. So the science of virus, which will determine the treatment, which will determine the vaccine part of it, is very, very important. Second, this is not a scientific epidemic. This around the world. I was just part of WHO meeting. I told Swadeep that I will be joining the late. World over, we are raising, Swadeep, the issue of how do we balance lives and livelihood. That is the second part. So science part, sustainability part, and is the social aspect where we are talking of social distancing. Human being survives on social interaction, but we are questioning the very aspect of human existence, where there is a fear between doctor and patient, where there is a fear of interaction. So how do we deal with all this? Now, when this happened, 23rd of March, I remember clearly when Prime Minister announced that there will be a lockdown. All of us were worried because we supplied 20% of the medicines around the world. Every third tablet in US is sold from India. Every fourth tablet from Europe is sold from India, and IPA, which contributes 85% of exports and 60% of domestic market, we were very uncertain. How do we go about doing everything? So IPA CEOs decided for first 60 days of lockout, all the CEOs met from 10 to 10:30 every day. That has never happened in the history of the pharma industry. We said that we will meet every day, take stock of the situation, and IPA company's supply chain met every day for first 60 days, and we gave the report to the government what is happening around the country. And first thing which was there, because when this kind of thing happens, there is a supply shock, there is a demand shock, and there is a financial shock. And I will say at this particular moment, congratulations to all people who are part of the industry, that every part of the world we have serviced, and there is no shortage of medicine. In fact, Maria Angelo, who is the head of Assistant Secretary General of WHO, she just acknowledged that how you have been able to do it. So still I said to her that we have got 60,000 cases per day, and we can say with confidence that we will be able to supply the medicine. So first thing which happened is a great collaboration between industry and government. There were mechanisms which were set in. There were WhatsApp groups which were made at government. There were everyday collaboration. It was like a war room which was set at industry level as well as the company level to meet the demand situation, to supply situation, and to take care of the financial situation. So first thing which happened because of this is, I will say, the SOP system, which I have lived with, and Atul has been part of many companies, they have got SOP. It was virtually happening, but despite working from home, the system got perfected. And despite the demand uncertainty, you have demand of some products like paracetamol moves up, but some of the companies were able to do it because the strong SOP system was set in. That was point number one. Point number two is India played a very important role in repurposed drug. So every repurposed drug, right from SCQ when it started, and Prime Minister Modi was called by President Trump, there were a lot of issues at that particular moment, whether it is SCQ, whether it is dexamethasone, whether it is remdesivir, whether it is now Favipiravir. India is going to play an important role. And there are a number of manufacturers which are making this drug. So every repurposed drug, in fact, the Drug Controller of India authorized many of the drugs in the record period of time. We responded to the situation without compromising the efficacy and safety of the drug. This is being done globally. So what is being done at this particular moment, relooking at our regulatory environment and get going as far as the approval of drugs is concerned. So after SOP system, I will say the great achievement which has been there is the approval process which has been set up, and repurposed drug is a classic example. Third area is the vaccines. We contribute 60% of vaccine production in the world. And there cannot be any vaccine supplier in the world who will be able to supply the vaccine without contacting Indian manufacturers. There are 38 vaccine trials which are going on in phase 1 and phase 2. 3 are by Indian manufacturers, right from Zydus, Biotech. There is a capacity which has been created, like Serum Institute is saying that they will make 100 million vaccines right before even the vaccination which we are taking in. So production number 3. So tremendous role in the vaccine production. Fourth is digitalization. Everyone says, and Karthik was saying, what happens in a quarter now happens in 3 years, Nadella has told. And if you see digitalization and technology, all of us must have heard that Apple touches $2 trillion thing. Technology companies have moved up. Zoom has gone on. Market capitalization of Zoom in 23rd of March, it was around $10 billion. It has gone to $40 billion. So only thing which has gone up with virus is the technology. So whether it is working from home, so digital has come into play, webinars which are being done, meetings which used to happen in Delhi, we used to be there in Delhi every week. So there is a role of digitalization in meetings, marketing, manufacturing, quality control. And according to me, digitalization by subject itself, it is being taken by different people. It will go up tremendously. That's the fourth area which has happened. Fifth area is India has been talking of API policy over the years. This COVID situation maybe accelerated that whole situation, and the API policy has been announced, and we have technology of API. We have everything going in as far as API is concerned, and the new policy which has been done is a step forward to create a self-reliant India. So we will not be only good in formulation, we'll go backward integration through API. So that's the next area. Next area, fifth and the sixth area, I will say human resource. What technology did in 2009, human resource will do in 2020. Because what we are doing, the outcome measurement, the way the human resources processes work in the organization, the kind of talent, that will be the critical thing for success in the organization. And I see a lot of realignment taking place in the way the organizations are structured, the way the automation gets place, the way the simplification of processes take place, the way the performance metrics is designed. There will be major transformation. The upskilling, cross-skilling, de-skilling, it will be the major issue, and human resource will become a very important function in the organization. And last, I will say, is make in India and make for the world. The theme which Prime Minister said, we today export to 200 countries around the world, 206 countries. Indian pharma industry is at scale and strength. This is the time when Indian pharma industry will assert itself, not only in manufacturing, but in discovery of drugs. Already we are demonstrating it in repurposed drug. We'll be demonstrating in vaccine, and government is going to set a policy of encouraging R&D in this country. So again, I will conclude by saying every crisis is an opportunity, and adversity shows the best strength of the organization, of the industry, of the company, of the people. This is the time when pharma industry has shown what it can do for the world. We have got the strength, we have got all the capabilities, and it is the time for all the professionals who are there in this industry a moment of pride. We will not operate with fear, we will operate with hope and show what India can do to the world. It is a knowledge based industry. We are proud of it. We have been part of this industry, and we will make the difference in times to come. Thank you very much, Sadeep. Thank you for time.